Hello guys, I'm really excited about today's episode because I will be having a conversation with Bula Flights team. Now, whether you are someone who travels often or you are planning your very first trip, one thing we can all agree on is this. We all want a smooth and stress-free flight booking experience, yes. But have you ever wondered how to actually find the best flight options? What travelers should really know about before confirming a booking? And how a good travel partner can make the entire process easier. So in today's episode, we are going to unpack all of that and more with the Bula Flights team. So stay tuned. This is going to be a really insightful conversation.
Skies to the world so wide. Bula Flights makes travel bold.
All right, beautiful people. So remember I was telling you about Bula Flights and that today's episode I will be having a great conversation with these beautiful ladies and they will unpack a lot of information about behind the scenes and what Bula Flight does, the services, etc. So let's jump right into it. Now, firstly, tell the audience about Bula Flights. How did it all start?
Thank you, Tasha. Hi, everyone. I'm Mavis, by the way. I'm a product analyst for Bula Flights. Basically, it happened back in 2023, a simple moment, mind you. And this happened in front of our director, Mr. BJ Banabai. And it was a client just coming in. She just wanted to know about the different prices that different airlines provided, the different baggage allowances. And to some people, this might seem like a simple thing to do, but it's actually very complicated because we have to note down the different airlines, make notes of it, note down the different baggage allowances. And towards the end, the client had unfortunately just said, I have to go home and I have to talk about it with my husband. And it was at that moment that gave our director the idea of like, why can't we have an app that allows people to compare flights and be able to book and hold their flights all in the comfort of their home? So that basically gave us the idea of one of our values, which was convenience. It had to be convenience for our clients. For our clients to be able to do it from the very comfort of their home, to be able to talk about it with people they needed to talk about it with. And that's what came about with the idea of Bula Flights. Now, at the beginning, they had a code name for Bula Flights. And the code name was Fiji Way, right? And as you can see why it was a code name. So it was Fiji Way at the beginning, and then there had to be a lot of discussions that went into place. There had to be a lot of ideas being thrown in, and of course our director got involved as well. And people just got involved, as it should be, because you can't just make something just like that out of thin air. And so everyone got involved, and then eventually we all decided Bula Flights is the right name, and it was a very fitting name. I have to say, I'm so proud of the name. To considering it was made in Fiji by Fijians for the Fijians, and that is my favorite slogan of all time.
I mean, I think when I think of Bula Flights, it sounds so fresh. I mean, I know we use in Fiji Bula, greeting and all that, but Bula Flights and the logo itself, I don't know, it just looks so fresh.
It is. It truly is, and I'm so glad that you said that because it's one of the many things about our app that we're just truly proud of. The name itself is it's wow, it's different,
And, I think I was telling somebody at the launch cocktail party, the flights, the tea that is in the flights. If you look at it, it looks like, the tail of the,
so glad you caught that on. That was like a little sneak.
Okay, so that is what it's supposed to
sort of, yeah.
Okay, but I guess I'm very creative. That's why I look into the finer details.
CID has nothing on you, don't worry. Yes.
Yeah, so thank you so much for sharing that.
You're
And it's the vision of your director, like,
I know.
that is amazing.
And we owe it all to him, to be honest. And
Yeah.
we're so grateful that he allowed us that space to, this is what I want,
Yeah.
but how you go about doing it, you let me know.
Right.
And he gave us that space, that creative space to be able to do just
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
But I'm not going to lie, in saying that, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a simple point A to point B.
Yeah.
It was a point A, then it went from point A point 1, A point 1.5.
all the versions, right?
All
Yes.
the versions, exactly. And I think we're just so very proud of it because we've seen how far it has come.
Yes.
And we're just, I think proud. I've said it so many times, but it is such an
Are
understatement.
you getting emotional?
I am, because
Oh my
I've seen how
God.
far this company has come,
Yes,
for
yes,
Bula Flights.
yes.
And I've seen the effort that our team has put in. And the part that gets me, that has me the most proud about this app is the fact that I've said it before, it's by Fijians. It's
Yes.
locally made,
Yeah.
and I love nothing more than supporting local businesses.
Yes,
and it's-
absolutely.
Yeah, you just want to support something local. And I truly hope that this starts something in Fiji.
Yes.
It starts a movement.
Yeah. And personally, when I walk into this office all the time, it's so the Bula spirit. And one more thing with your logo, I
Yeah.
must say, one thing that stands out also is, the hibiscus flower.
Yes.
It's
That's
usually,
right.
like with the Pacific, we are so used to the coconut trees, the coconut and all,
Yep.
But this is that's why I'm saying it's fresh.
It is.
It's fresh.
It is. And we
So-
owe it all to our directors, our bosses, everyone
Yeah.
that helped putting this together.
Yeah.
We owe it all to them. Yeah.
Now moving on to let's first hear from these two ladies what they actually do at Bula Flights.
Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Shaliza, and I'm a travel consultant and the social media content creator for Bula Flights.
Hi everyone, I'm Natasha, same name here, and I'm the Quality Assurance Officer here at Bula Flights.
Okay. Now speaking of, are you the person who is behind all those, the TikTok videos that I, we keep seeing?
Yes. Actually, it's sort of sometimes it's me, sometimes it's the team. They bring in their ideas, and I'll be like, okay, let me think about it. I'll go research about it, and then if it's trending and all, and then I'll be like, okay, let's do it. And then I'll grab my characters and everything, and then we get the lines together and then record.
Now, speaking of the characters part, so do you identify them, or they're just like, I'm ready, I'm here, that's me?
Actually, that's a good question. Because of I work with them every day, and I see how they interact with each other. And sometimes they'll be working, I'll just be staring at them, and I'll be like, okay, I want you for this, I want you for that. So yeah, that's kind of how it comes along.
Wow, that's interesting. So,
Yeah.
and how about Natasha here? How does she come into all this?
I'm the critic.
Of course, there needs to be a critic, right? Yeah.
Of course.
So, how does you must be having a lot of behind the scenes as well while recording those,
definitely.
And it's, me personally, when I look at those videos, and I could already tell, because I know this, fun bunch team here.
Too well.
Yes, a little too well. So the only thing that runs through my mind is I want to know behind the scenes. I want to know behind the scenes. So maybe you share that with our audience.
Yes. Behind the scenes, actually, we do end up with a lot of bloopers. Yeah, and sometimes it takes us about 1 to 2 hours to finish a whole recording, because I am very particular about my camera angles, and sometimes it's not my actors, sometimes it's me, because I'll be shaking. And then I'll be telling them, okay, sorry guys, back to the beginning. So yeah, there's a lot of things that go into it, and sometimes I end up changing the scene.
Oh.
Like I stick to one scene,
Yeah.
and then when they're doing it, and then while doing the video, I'll decide, okay, no, I don't want that. We're gonna start again, and I'll change the
Okay.
scene.
Okay, so has it ever been like changing the scene is also very challenging?
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But what about like you're doing a TikTok video inspired by a trending
Video, yeah.
And then while you are doing your own TikTok video, in between you're like, you know, I need to revamp some ideas of this concept. Or, you know, like does that happen?
Hardly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sticking to the plan.
Yeah, I stick to the
Because she's very particular.
yeah.
Once she has her mind set on something, there's no changing it. Absolutely not.
Yes.
And I've heard it so many times, it's her way or the highway.
Wow. Okay.
That's not true.
Because it works. It works for us. So it's like, okay, whose opinion matters more?
Yes, yes,
I mean,
yes.
if I'm not wrong, just yesterday you were shooting a skit and Epi didn't want to join.
Yeah. he was making such a fuss. I was telling him, P, come right now. We have to shoot this video before we go home. It's already 4:30. And then after he's like, oh. he gives so much attitude, but then in the end he listens to me.
Yay. And do you have any favorite TikTok video that went viral or is trending because you guys have, you know, done it?
Yes, actually, the one I like is the one where Tevita was on his laptop, and there was the whole team behind him holding his hand, and they were moving the mouse.
Yes.
And Epi was behind. That one, I enjoyed recording that one because I was laughing the whole time I was recording. But yeah, the most viral one I think was the campaign videos. Yeah. But yeah.
So now moving away from those TikTok videos and you know, and maybe before that, it would be good to know, like, within your team, within the Bula Flights team, and of course, like, you know, those that are being featured on your TikTok videos and your reels and stuff. Who is the biggest diva?
The biggest diva would be
It's Epi.
I could tell that. I could tell that. I felt sorry for his sandwich video. Yes, I was like, oh my god, poor soul.
You know, actually, that video, it came about because there's this TV series, The Office.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, so I had just watched that TV series the night before.
Right.
And I was like, okay, you know, and there's also some TikTok trending videos that had the same thing.
Right.
I was like, okay, let me think what I can do. And and Epi sits right in front of me, and I was looking at Epi, and he was eating a sandwich. And I was like, okay, let's just do this.
And poor Epi was just sitting there eating his sandwich, minding his own business, and he didn't know Shaliza was sitting right opposite him, cooking up a
Oh
storm.
my god! How innocently he was having his sandwich, and here we were, you know, very busy.
Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna use that same container.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so now that Bula Flights is taking off, you know, and your team is not just building the brand, it's the personality as well, you know. So and it's not all about travels, etc. I believe there are some campaigns that you know, your team has been working on.
Yeah.
So just tell about those campaigns, if those ones that you want to tell, and those ones that are supposed to be surprised, that's fine.
Well, I mean, when Bula Flights started, not many people knew, right, that there's a app out there that you can do all these things where you can book, compare, search, and hold your flights. So we had to get the word out there. Now, we know the audience loves freebies and they love their shopping. So we came up with the gift cards. We're like, you know what, let's use this. And we ran that. So we had a couple of times where we did our draws, we had our winners. But then after that, we started thinking, what else? What else is there? Well, Fijians love their rugby. So we're like, and the draw game was happening. So we're like, you know what? Why not? And then we got those games in. And then that did pretty well. We gained a lot of followers, our audience increased, and we might have some in the future. We never know. We never know.
I'm more excited about these future campaigns as well. You know, like I'm already feeling that the soup is cooking. You know, it's just that it's just a surprise, a wow factor that, you know, and then they will be like, hey guys, there's a new campaign.
Yeah. Don't worry, we've also tried to get our freebies as well.
Right.
Yeah, but we wanted to put in a fine print over there. You know, and unfortunately, I feel like us three were the reason why that fine print was put. Yeah, definitely.
Woman power.
Oh,
Or
making changes.
yes. Okay, listening to all of this, like from the TikTok videos, the experiences, and then also the campaigns, I understand that, you know, the customer experience is very important in your field, you know, especially like, you know, for those that have already traveled so many times, and even those that are planning their first trip, you know, so you want to make it all seamless, you know. So just tell about like how the process goes with the Bula Flights, you know, like from your app to, you know, from the first time when you receive a call to, you know, or receive a request.
Come in. I'll start with the customer side, the app side, and then I'll let Tasha take on with the sales team.
Of course.
So this is what happens, right? First thing you do is you download the app. It's a must. You download the app and then you get to register your email with us, right? You can register, even if you do it at the beginning or if you do it at the end, it doesn't matter, right? And then you put in your flight details, your travel dates, whether you want baggage allowance or not. It's entirely up to you. Once you put in your details, you get a variety of options of airlines, right? But it also depends on the travel dates that you put in, right? But you get a variety of airlines, you get to compare your prices and whatnot. Once you pick your flight that you want to pick, right? Let's say you go for the cheapest one. I love a good deal. I'll always go for the cheapest one. I don't care if the only thing I'm carrying on my back is the clothes that I have on, you know? You do your booking and then you put in your passport details, things like that. Now, what happens is once the booking is confirmed, the best part, it's a book now, pay later. That's the best part. That is my absolute favorite feature. And that's why I've traveled like 3 times with flights already. But yeah, that's the best part. You get to book now and you pay later. And you get a certain number of days where you can hold your tickets. And then once you're ready to make that decision, you want to go ahead with booking. It's the same price all the way.
Right.
And that's the best part of it all. There's no hidden costs. There's no hidden fees, no surprise fees at the end.
Yeah.
And so once your booking goes through, you'll get a call from our sales team. And our sales team, they actually go through your passport details and they make sure that whatever information that you have entered is correct. So you're not just booking blindly.
Right.
It's just to ensure that you have that security. You've done your checks.
Yes.
But we'll go ahead and do our checks as well to make sure that you're looked after in the booking process.
Right. Just a quick question.
Yes.
So it's like when I'm registering with Bula app.
Yeah.
So that's my account now.
That is your account. That's your account. And once you make a booking, if I'm not wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, once you make a booking, it'll show up in your My Booking section.
Right.
So all the bookings that you've made in that section.
Wow.
So,
And and now let Tasha take over.
Right.
So, like she said, the bookings are there. So, if at any point you want to go back and take a look at what you had booked, maybe you don't remember the price, you don't know what the itinerary was, you always have a record there that you can go back and look. And one of the other good features about it is that you can also save your passport there. So, I mean, you don't want any errors, right? So you can save your passport. You can always just select it when you're doing your booking. It's always there. But you also do have the freedom of deleting your account.
Okay.
If you don't want your information there, not a problem. You can delete your account and everything is removed.
Oh, okay. But then again, like me thinking, like just me.
Yeah.
If I delete my account, then to create it, I'm just going through that entire process, you know. So is it like obviously when having that account of my own, it's still secure?
Yes.
Confidential.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
100%.
Because I guess that's what people want, you know, like you have your account created and you need that confidentiality that, you know.
And that's
Yeah.
one of the values that we stand on is confidentiality.
Right.
Is ensuring that each step of the way you're secured, you feel secured in our confidentiality.
Right.
So
Okay.
yeah, you're fine. Don't worry.
Okay. Now I was like thinking, you know, it's like uploading and then, you know, yeah, and sometimes like I'm sure there are people like me who also forget their passwords.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've all forgotten our passwords.
Okay. But we still can retrieve our account.
Yes, of course you can.
Right. Sorry, that was a personal question because
Research purposes.
yes, research purposes, yes. Okay. Now going through, like, obviously you deal with so many clients, going through their itineraries and planning their trip, etc., you know. Has there been any challenging itinerary that you had to prepare, like I don't know, maybe like the person was traveling 3 or 4 places and then, you know, it just
Got too complicated.
yeah.
I think it was just roughly about last week we had a itinerary where the client was going multiple stops. Was it from Fiji to Tokyo, was it? And then Singapore. So there was multiple layovers, right?
Right.
And then you kind of have to see, do the layovers connect? Is there an overnight layover? And all this information that you have to check. So Shalisa and I had gone through it together. And then obviously if at any point we are stuck, we reach out to the team leader for sales. And she is the best person to go to with all of this.
Right.
She has over, I believe, 20 years of experience in this industry. Yeah.
Wow.
So we have really strong people in our team that have years of experience. So much more than us 3 over here.
Right. Okay. And one more thing, you know, dealing with clients can be different and difficult and challenging, you know.
we love our clients.
So, is there an advice, you know, like each one of you want to give to your clients or even to the audiences who will be like saying that, you know what, I'm gonna book my flights with Bula Flights, you know. So what kind of advice you want to give them?
I'd like to take over this, please.
Wow.
Check your travel dates always. Before you book your flights, after you book your flights, run it by your mother, your father, your partner if you have to. Always double check your travel dates.
With the community too? If they
Oh
have
yes,
to? Yeah.
with the community as well. Everyone involved. Everyone that contributes to house bills, check with them as well. You do not want to like find out that your trip that you planned for that very day is booked for the next month. I'm not saying this from experience. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yes, not that I've gone through that or anything. I'm just saying it's very good.
Yeah.
Realistically speaking, always check your travel dates.
Yeah.
Because if you find out that your travel dates are not correct, there's a fee attached to changing it, and
right.
it is a complete hassle, not only for you but also for the people handling your booking as well.
Right.
You know, that's my experience. Sorry, not my experience. Absolutely.
That's the advice.
My advice.
For me, I would say be flexible with your travel dates and also book early, because the longer you wait, the more expensive airfares get. And also, please check your names. Honestly. There's been times where I would get a call from a client and he'd spell his name, and then I would go through his passport and it's not the same as what he told me.
Oh.
So yeah,
It always like,
It's like they don't even know the spelling of their own names.
oh, people, please. It's a humble request.
Humble.
Yes.
Good.
For me, I would say when you're using the Bula Flights app, there's not just one airline, right? So if you have a favorite airline, you never know. There are other airlines on the app that could be cheaper, better timings. We've got that feature. Might as well make use of it. You never know. You might find a better flight.
True.
I agree with that, actually. There have been times when I personally booked flights with this famous airline, and then I found out that there was like a cheaper option available. So yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
happened with us quite a few times. We've
Right.
come in requesting for a certain airline,
Yeah.
but then they find out on the same app as well, like there's much cheaper airlines, you know?
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the greatest, like, what would you say, greatest blessings, I guess, of our app is that you can compare across so many airlines.
Right.
Yeah. And so that really helps a lot.
You know, when you mentioned about, when checking your bookings and the itinerary with the timing as well. So, my personal experience and sorry,
Do confessionals?
yeah, you can say that. So I think it was in 2023 when I went to attend this trade event in Florida. So, but I was also coming back, and then I was transiting it through San Fran. So anyway, and there was a day layover, and my ticket date was saying the next day, and Missy went a day earlier to the counter, and very, in a very confident, the audacity, in a very confident manner, I'm like asking the guy, giving him my the e-ticket, and showing him that and saying, just check me in. And then the guy said, so the guy was definitely from Fiji Airways at the counter, and then he was like, ma'am, today is the 30th. Tomorrow, and I said, and he's like, and tomorrow is the 31st, and I'm like, and then he's like, today is 30th and tomorrow is your flight, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I'm tired, like I had to come up with some excuse, right?
I'll do that.
And then I asked him, I said, will you be here tomorrow? And then he said no. I said, thank you very much, because you'd be laughing.
God for
Yes,
that.
yes. So yes, it's very important. Please check the dates, because it can be a hassle. You are carrying your luggage to the airport, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then finding out it's the next day after. And that's just and it's also good to keep that in mind, especially when you're planning for international trips.
Right.
Of course, because your accommodation will depend on your flights.
Yes.
And the last thing you need is to find out, oh, my flight is actually next week or not
Yes.
this week, and you've lost all that money on your accommodation. So many factors to consider as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
always check your travel dates, guys. You do not want to be a Natasha and a Mavis. Sorry, not a Mavis.
Okay. Yes. I believe we are talking about this, Natasha. Right. Is there anything in particular that you would want to share about Bula Flights that our audience need to know? Because I know we have covered the customer experience, the app itself, and also your advice to the travelers. Anything else?
Should we tell them? We'll tell them.
Please do.
Bula Flights is not only looking after your flights now, we're also looking after your visas now. Sorry, when I say that, I mean your visa application assistance. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? No, I'm sorry. I'm getting away from the topic. We're helping with visa assistance now, and we so far have had 100% success rate. So we not only look after you when you're booking your flights, we look after you when you need to apply for your visas. It could be going to Singapore and you need an arrival card, or any destination that you think we don't know how to handle. Trust me, we have the team, we have the skills, we know what we're doing, and we so far have, I think I've mentioned this already, have 100%. I'll say it again,
Yes.
just because we have had 100% success rate in visa applications so far. So that should definitely tell you something. And we have handled for UK, Canada, India, Japan, New Zealand, Australia. And don't be fooled, even though that's only like a handful of visa applications. Don't be fooled that we don't know about the other destinations. Don't think, oh, they're too scared to handle other destinations. Trust me, we love a good challenge. Bring it on. We'll handle your visa applications for you. So that's one of the initiatives that we're starting, or we've started already actually. And something else that's just coming up is that Bula Flights is now opening to the Pacific. So we're not just focusing on Fiji, even though we love our people, we truly do, but we believe that this app needs to be shared with everyone else as well. So stay tuned for more information on how we're expanding out to the Pacific.
Wow.
Yeah.
And any other future plans that you guys are cooking?
Alex, which one of you two want to take over?
Well, since we're doing visas, we also have a campaign running, which will be coming up. Actually, we're just launching it today, where if you book your flights and your tickets with us, you get $30 cash back. So stay tuned for that.
Wow.
And I believe
Okay.
Shaliza also has one.
Yeah. So I believe, I don't know if you've heard the Drua versus, was it Waratahs?
Yeah.
Yeah, the game in May, which will be held at HFC. So we're doing another campaign about that. So stay tuned.
I can see Tasha on this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, yeah, very much.
So yeah, I think that's the so far.
Those are the campaigns that we have running at the moment. And these are great campaigns. Make use of it. You know, take a screenshot of the flight and present it to us when you come in for your visa application and when you book your flights with us.
I'm thinking, I mean, will it be a conflict of interest if I do that too? Okay, all right.
Everyone.
All right.
Unfortunately, it's not open to us
Us
three.
now.
Oh, okay.
I don't-
So sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. We're the finer print.
Right. Conditions apply.
Yeah, that's us. Oh my.
All right. Now, I mean, knowing all these fun ladies here, I'm thinking of doing this rapid fire round.
Oh, here we go.
Are you ladies ready?
Yeah.
Bring it.
Okay. So, do you prefer window seat or the aisle seat?
Window seat. Window.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Dream destination still on your list?
Maldives.
Tahiti.
Switzerland.
Okay, I won't ask why though. One Fijian dish every traveler must try.
For me, it's Kokonda.
Yeah, for me it has to be Roro.
What they said.
Yeah,
That was easy.
that was the easiest.
Yeah, what they said. And from your team, who is the, we've talked about who is the diva, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is the shy person?
Oh, Devika.
Oh,
Easy.
okay, that's,
Easiest person. Sorry, did I say easy? I meant shyest person.
yeah. And the first word that comes to mind when you hear holiday.
Travel.
Flights.
I have a couple of words. I'll wait for my boss.
I like. To
I can
change
read
my
that. I can read that.
I like to change my answer. I want to second that.
Okay. Travel essentials that you can't live without. Who wants to go first?
I would say sunscreen.
Yeah, I'd say sunscreen too.
All right.
Yeah, imagine we're all going to a cold place.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Well, we can think we'll figure it out.
just check what's the weather like, you know? And your favorite airline snack?
Ooh.
I think mine would be the biscuits.
Which one? Is this with the cheese?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you tried it?
Yes.
Oh, I've never tried that. I feel like I'm missing out now. I'm getting FOMO just from not eating biscuits. But there's this biscuits. Can I say the airline name?
Yes.
So Fiji Airways has this local biscuits, and it's sold by FMF, and they're called Scotch biscuits.
Oh, yeah.
Scotch biscuit.
Scotch.
Scotch
Yes.
biscuits. The one. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Scotch
yes.
fingers. Scotch biscuits. Oh my god, I'm so
No,
uncultured.
that's fine.
Scotch fingers, and they're absolutely yum, especially on the flight.
Yeah.
You know, I paid like so much money for it just to eat biscuits.
Right.
Cut that out. Cut it out.
No, I'll keep it for the fun. It's fun.
I love Fiji Airways. I am for the people.
And Madam here?
Well, it's not a snack, but we don't just love the champagne. That's
I agree with her. I agree with her. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Another fun question. If Bula Flights was a person, describe them in 3 words. Each one of you describe Bula Flights in 3 words.
Oh my goodness.
transparent. I'm going first.
Reliable.
Honest and helpful.
That's 4 words.
Fijian.
Yes, 3 words each.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh.
but it's okay. I mean, like, yeah, just pass on the mic and just let's keep it rolling. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can be more than 3 words, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I'm loving this.
I saw the best hills 4 times.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What about Natasha here?
In 3 words.
We've got transparent.
If I have to think of Bula Flights as a person, you know, I'd say, because I went through the app and all that, right? So for me, it's like super friendly, you
Yeah.
know, and, you know, a friend that understands you. Like, honestly speaking, you know, like,
Wow, we're gonna get an email from PC after this. For us. We're definitely
and
gonna get
yes,
an email.
you know, now that you have also mentioned that, I mean, like previously you mentioned about like, you know, you can book and hold your flights, you know, so reliability is like,
Yes,
yeah.
of course.
So that's my, you know,
Exactly.
yeah.
And the best part as well is that throughout I've mentioned it already, but I have to keep talking about it just
Yes.
because of the fact that when you book it and then when you're happy to go ahead with your
Yeah.
ticket, with your booking,
Yes.
there's no hidden costs.
Yeah.
There's no hidden fees. You don't get any like, oh, where did this price come from? It wasn't the original price. And that's by far one of the best things that our app can do right now.
Right. I also, you know, when Bula Flights was launched, you know, when our team received the back tags, you know, so I still use it, and you know,
Oh,
like whenever I'm
so
traveling,
nice.
it's like Bula Flights like that. So
And that's good. That's what we wanted is for
Yes.
people to just use it, you know.
yes,
It's like it's right there. It's free.
Yes,
Use it.
yes.
Put it wherever you want to put it.
and you know, when I went to Sydney in December, there was this guy. He saw that the back tag, and he thought that's an airline.
Oh.
Yeah, he thought that's an airline, and he said, yeah, and he was like, is that is that an airline? And I was like, no, this is Bula Flights, and I was like, you know, explaining to him, and then he was like, oh, okay.
But imagine how iconic it would be
Yes.
if you were an airline. Oh. The name is already great on its own, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, I can visualize the Airbus, you know.
There'd be a fine print. There's no staff discount. And it'll be directed towards Shalisa, Mavis, and Natasha.
The Bula Flights,
yes, Bula
Natasha.
Flights,
Yes,
Natasha, of course.
yeah. And okay, before we wrap up this episode, you know, tell me your fun side when you are at work. You know, what do you? You know, I know you guys get busy too, right? I mean, sometimes you need that break.
Yeah.
What do you guys do to take that break? Because maybe there's a complicated itinerary that you're looking at and you're like, how am I going to do this? Like, so yeah. So what break do you take? Like, for example, me at work, it's my coffee break. You know, yeah.
Yeah, this is, I don't know how unethical this is on a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, I can
I
figure
like
that out.
I like to go and talk to my boss. Just go and irritate him.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
I work closely with him.
Right.
And so he would give me a lot of work. And when I know I'm up to my neck with work, I'll
Yeah.
just pop into his office. Because I know that he knows I have a lot of work to do. But what
Right.
am I doing? I'm sitting with him,
Yeah.
talking.
And you know, sometimes
Yeah.
just having those conversations, like it just gives us some more ideas, or it just unlocks the complications of how
Yes,
to
it
get the
does.
processes done.
Exactly. And I'll have a problem. I'll talk to him as well when
Yeah.
I'm having my problems.
Yeah.
And for some reason, as I'm talking to him about my problems, I'm realizing halfway, even Natasha knows this.
Yes.
Halfway through my problems, I'm solving my problems myself. And so,
Is that some kind of superpower?
I have no idea, but me and my boss knows this. And
Yeah.
when I'm telling my boss my problem, he'll like let me talk it out. And so that again, it's such a weird break to have.
Yeah.
But I like to annoy my boss. I'll give it back to him.
Yeah.
I consider that a break.
For me, would be whenever I take my breaks, it's either I'm annoying Epi or Tevita.
And let me guess, sometimes your break also involves you thinking
Thinking
of a
about this,
concept.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
PC, he just comes to me like when I'm on my break, he'll just from his office, like, Shaliza, when will that video be posted? Shaliza, what's the next video? And I'm like, okay, I have to think about another thing.
We're so lucky because he has an open door policy. So,
Yes,
I
yes.
think very soon he's going to have another fine print of like open door policy.
I hope not after seeing this podcast. There will be another policy coming for me. And what about Natasha?
Well, me, I'm always thinking about food. So when I take my break, every member of my team gets asked the question, what's to eat? What's for lunch? What's for breakfast? I've even asked my boss that question.
Yeah.
And
Right.
we've had situations where we would have a agreement, and the next hour, everything's sorted. I go back, what's for lunch?
Yeah.
That's my process.
As long as you're not asking 12 times in a day.
I'm surprised. Yeah, we can be up to our necks with work, and you'll just see her take off her headphones, and she'll just look around.
So you guys would know that that's a cue
We
for.
already know that's a given, and we already know, and it usually happens between 10 and 11. And we'll just see her pop her head up, look around, and we're like, oh my god, she's gonna ask the question.
So is it like you have to be like, before tomorrow I need to get my food list ready? So much of pressure.
So yeah, clearly we've developed unhealthy habits of dealing with our problems.
Right. Anything else that we might not have covered but should be covered?
I think we've covered everything that we needed to cover, and we've told our audience, your audience actually, what we're all.
No, I think it's our audience now because yeah.
Women empowerment.
Yes.
But yeah, we've covered everything we needed to cover from our campaigns. Please keep an eye out for our campaigns. It's really great, and we have an amazing director with us who looks after our campaigns for us. So just keep an eye out for that. You could be the next person that wins. What is it? A gift card,
A draw ticket.
It can't be us, unfortunately. So it could be you, and you could be the next person winning the $30 cash back for your visa application. So just keep an eye out for our campaigns, guys.
Right. Okay. Now that was the conversation with these beautiful ladies, unlocking, unpacking, and please do take notes if you have to, especially how to ensure that you are going through that app. But I believe you guys will help them out anyway.
Of course.
Yeah.
Our numbers are there. They can always call us up if they're having problems.
Okay, wonderful. And stay tuned like how the ladies have mentioned, for the campaigns. You never know, you just never know. But before we just wrap up, finally saying that please do follow Bula Flights page on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and am I missing something?
No,
That's basically it.
Okay. And if you are following them, you follow me too, right? Follow Let's Talk Podcast, and the link will be in the bio. And it has been like so amazing catching up with these ladies, having this conversation, bringing you this information so that you get to know what you are even missing out and what you have to do. First time traveler, or you have always been traveling, but for that seamless experience, you need Bula Flight. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you, Natasha. Bye.
Bye.